Hi everyone and welcome to Crypto Night, the crypto investor channel. I'm Boris, so let's dive in. I'm with Colton today. Hello, Colton.
Hey Boris, welcome back to the Kryptonite channel, everyone. Let's dive right in. Today we're going to be talking about crypto and the national debt. And my first question for you today, Boris, is with the U.S. national debt and it's growing, how is this going to affect crypto today and in the future?
Well, there are some interesting developments. Last year, the federal debt exploded by 1 trillion in just 5 weeks after they had a deal to suspend the limit, and it became a law. And what we saw back then was that we had reached 32 trillion, it had grown by 1 single billion so fast in just a few weeks. And it was already at 32 billion. That was last year. In one single year, we're now at $35 trillion and it's growing very, very rapid. So in a year's time, we have seen 10% increase of something that has taken decades to happen. So one thing that Elon Musk has said, is saying like the US is heading for bankruptcy, and that could potentially trigger a Bitcoin prime boom, which is correct, because if you look at the dollar, it is backed by nothing. It's just backed by the fact that the US government and the US is probably the most powerful military in the world, and the fact that the US economy is still number one for the time being. But otherwise, there's nothing backing up really US dollars besides trust. So the problem is we're seeing the reversal of the Federal Reserve Bank, who's now going to go back to quantitative easing, which is basically printing more and more dollars. And by doing that, that's going to lower the value of the dollar. Think of it like if the US was a company, if they issue more stock, obviously the price of the stock is going to go down. So it's the exact same concept. And of course, that's going to play nicely to Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin rises, then of course it floats all boats, meaning that we're going to see other cryptocurrencies go up as well. So this national debt is really getting out of control, because at some point, just repaying the interest alone will eat the entire US budget. So something will have to happen at some point, but definitely the US is not looking good. The dollar is not looking good, but they're not the only one. The euro is no better. They have the same debts, they have the same problems. The British pound, same story. The yen has been in trouble for years. So it's not like there is one that's better than the other. Pretty much most currencies in the world are pretty bad. And one of the best way to save yourself, so to speak, is to have some assets that have some value. Now, of course, crypto is one of them. It could be stocks, it could be real estate, but definitely you want your assets to be in an asset class that can hold its value, that will not suffer from the debasement of currencies. So that's an interesting thing, to look at and to monitor. And of course, with the quantitative easing coming back, that's definitely going to help Bitcoin go up.
Thank you, Boris, for sharing that information. My next question for you, and we're going to kind of tailor, this to, the crypto market, but, what is going on with the crypto market, as of this past week, and where do you expect it to go in the future here, Boris?
So like we had said the other day, last week, we are looking sideways. The numbers are looking better and better. I think we're definitely, everybody was expecting October, where the numbers go up in October. But I think, like as always, when too many people expect something to happen, everybody, of course, was thinking October 1st. So, of course, the market is going to do something slightly different. And I had said we're probably going to see the numbers go up maybe as early as mid October, probably more towards the end of October, early November. The election, of course, is still very important. It's going to have a major play. Somebody mentioned the other day, some analysts, that they believe that if Trump was elected, Bitcoin would jump immediately to 100,000 pretty much on election day. That's debatable. We'll see. But no matter who's going to win, most likely Bitcoin is going to reach 100K no matter what. The only difference might be the speed at which it's happening, because even Harris had to backtrack a little bit on some of the backpedal on some of the things that she said about Bitcoin and about cryptocurrencies in general. So no matter what, and then of course the US debt and some other factors that come into play, it's looking like we're gonna reach 100K. And don't despair. I see some people are becoming like, oh my God, we've been at 60, between 60 and 70 for so long. It's been months and months, that it's just going sideways. Yeah, but that's what Bitcoin does the most all the time, is just go sideways. Those euphoria periods are usually very short, which also means that whenever it goes up a lot, at some point you need to take profit, because if you don't forget that those curves going way up, they don't last very long. So you better take some profits on the way up. Otherwise, you'll see stuff crashing back down afterwards. So we're not too far. We've been saying it for several months now. It's going to be in October that things will happen. And here we are. And we're probably 1 week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks away from seeing numbers go way, way up. Probably we will break all-time high very soon, probably getting into the 80,000 mark, beating the previous 74K, which is the highest we had back in March. I think that's it for today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Colton. And we look forward to see you on the next Kryptonite video. I hope this video helps. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. And if you like the video at the end, click on the thumbs up.